Hello, everybody, and welcome back as we go into the semifinals of the North American 4v4 Siege Tournament. We're going to be checking in once again with Fat Chunks Assemble and the Game Changers.
Yep, Game Changers and Fat Chunks Assemble both been cast already by us today, but doing so well, going to advance on to the later stages of this. This is going to be a semi-final match here, I believe. Is that right?
Yes, this is a semifinals matchup. Winners will go on to the finals. Cognitive also waiting in the semifinals after their win against Team Medi. They'll be fighting off against either Critisaurus or Torch.
So it should be good games all the way through here as well to see who's going to fight out for the final spot. We're just waiting for the teams to get themselves into lobby and start going for the picks and bans.
So going back to our overall, what was it? I can't think of the word. Predictions. Having a long day. Fat Chunks Assemble did manage to beat Bang Bang. That's why we're checking in with them. Same thing. Game Changers over Humdrum and Critisaurus over Torch. We actually didn't give predictions for, which was correct because they haven't finished. How good are we, Hindu man?
Yeah, that's how good we are. We just don't predict things that are never going to happen. There's never going to be a winner.
I think that I'm incredible. What about you?
I don't blow my own trumpet, so I'm pretty cool, I guess. But at the same time, you know, it's up to the fans to choose.
Yep.
What we can talk about, though, out of interest, is the Warriors. And because of the changes as well, DM, in the Siege tournament, we're not seeing very many of them other than Osiris being picked up. Osiris and who was the other one we've seen a lot of today? Hercules. They're the only two we've really seen. We did see a Chuck ban once or twice, but then other than that, we've not really seen anything like Odin or Sun Wukong coming out. How come?
Well, Odin, super weak after the nerfs. I mean, he can't really put himself into the deep lines. Same thing, I mean, Sun Wukong not as strong as he was, still decent, but I mean, it's much more about giant AoE abilities, and that's what something that Herc does very well. A lot of CC, Boulder coming out, can heal a lot, and I think that's something we're going to see more of as we are getting into the game. Left side of your screen, guys, it looks like we're going to be checking in once again with the boys on Fat Chunks Assemble as the top seeded Game Changers opt for second pick.
Yeah, that's right. Fat Chunks Assemble are going to be first team on the left-hand side. The overlay will change for you guys soon. Don't worry about that. Production are already on it and underway. So at the moment, we're just waiting for the first picks and for the first bands to come out from Fat Chunks here.
So first bands coming through. It looks like right out of the gate, we are going to see Hun Bots removed. I mean, huge AoE damage potential, not to mention multiple mobility forms, good ban, and then we're actually going to see a ban coming out from TGC of Aphrodite.
Yeah, not a surprise to see Aphrodite being banned out. We just saw a Megatron play it last game, and you can see why she's being banned out so much. Allowed her team to continue to sustain and keep the push going, even though they did take a lot of damage from a team fight, able to continue to push.
So Poseidon is going to get banned out as well. Very good ban, great rotations, and we're going to see first pick opted over to Fat Chunks Assemble. It looks like we're going to see a pick of Scylla.
They ban Kali and leave Scylla on the table. I mean, I guess the Game Changers aren't worried about Scylla, or they were happy to give up first pick. Like we said, you know, Game Changers could have opted for first or second pick. They chose second, so they're expecting to get two good gods out of this. Maybe it's going to be Hercules and Chungar. I mean, they're hovering Chungar right now. Oh, it's a Thor right now, and we've been talking about this DM that no one's picked him up so far.
That's
right.
Thor,
in the games we've casted.
Major rotation potential with Anvil of Dawn on top of Chunga's healing, and Thor Chunga has one of the most securable high damage combos in the game, being Tectonic Rift Mjolnir's Attunement. Waxing Moon into Crescent Moon Dance is instant death on almost every character in the entire game.
And even if you are Scylla, it's going to be a difficult ask for you to get out of that position as well. Scylla does rely on that Sentinel for her mobility to an extent, so have to keep an eye on how she's going to play out. So it goes back over to Fat Chunks. They get to pick up two picks here, and they're going to need some front line, that's for sure, with Thor and Chungar being selected.
Aurora going to look right back to his
go-to
Fenrir here as Astro Squared.
Nua.
I think Aurora going with that Fenrir again, DM, it showed so it was very, very strong last game we saw them in. And it worked so well for them with the coordination of him building sovereignty and being that front line. And his damage was so great in the early stages, it just allowed his team to push on and clean up.
That's very true. As we go back into the banning phase, right after we're seeing Mr. Snoopy hover and immediately lock onto Hercules. Very strong pick. Now, Kali's been banned out. Taking another shot on Samshrew here. They do need another physical. It looks like they're going to ban Osiris.
Good ban overall. That's the first time I think we've seen Osiris. Is it the first time we've seen Osiris banned?
It possibly is, yes.
Yeah, I'm surprised he's not been banned more. Obviously, in the second round of picking, not being picked up. Chrono's going to be in taken away by Fat Chunks now, though. So it's going to be option 2. Fat Chunks, I believe, for the next pick.
First it's going to be TJC.
Becky's, yeah, sorry, it's Becky's turn on the game.
So bans are out. See everyone has gone through. Habwa going to be hovered on and picked immediately by Peckies. I mean, this is a very, very strong potential of damage in this. I mean, Thor, massive damage with Mjolnir's Attunement. Chang'e, massive damage coming out with Crescent Moon Dance on top of pretty much everything else that she can put forth. And, Hercules is no slouch himself, but you couple that with the god of the, god of the Yellow River. I mean, what are you going to do?
Wet paper.
Wet paper? What is that?
Wet paper.
I understand.
Use wet paper. Wet paper.
Bastet somehow makes it all the way to the bottom of picks and gets hovered on by Samshrew.
Yeah, I mean, it's a good decision if they want this. They're going to go for the double assassin combination again of Fat Chunks and just rely on the front line to be those pokey assassins that are going to dive in, especially if Fenrir goes for that sovereignty start again to be that front line tank. But when we look back to the game changes again, you were talking about Chang'e and Thor being so great in lane together. Look at the other side as well. Hercules and Herbois are going to lane up so nicely together because the chain combination of the CCs they can put out in the amount of damage burst that those guys have got. On paper, I love Game Changer's composition here.
I think I love both comps a lot. I'm leading a little bit more towards TGC. Chang'e, super, super strong. Thor, super strong as well. Herc and Habwa, definitely no slouches. Left side, Bastet and Scylla, two of the strongest characters in the game, in all modes pretty much. And then Aurora's on Fenrir. I mean, I like that. And Samshrew, while one of the best Kalis in the world, definitely is also one of the best Nuwa players as well. So a quick poke out to Peckies there. I think that we're going to see a very good game here.
Yeah, I think we really are. So, guys, we'll be right back with Fat Chunks versus the Game Changers. This is the semi-finals. Winners will face either, I believe, it's Cognitive or is it still going on?
I think it is still going. Actually, no, Critosaurus has defeated Sorch. So the winners of Cog and Critosaurus.
Awesome. So Critosaurus going on right now. At the same time, we're going to be watching Fat Chunks versus the Game Changers. We'll be right back after this short break.
Welcome back, everybody, as we get ready to go into our semifinal match between the Fat Chunks Assemble versus the Game Changers.
Yep, both these teams have done well to get this far already. Fat Chunks Assemble we've seen a couple of times. Game Changers we did see take on the Mighty Storm. Fat Chunks Assemble going to be starting on the bottom half of the map.
That's right. We're going to see Aurora reprising his support Fenrir role. Astro Squared has somehow gotten Scylla again. Samshrew on Nuwa and Kiki Star or Miss the Boat on Bastet.
Game Changers. I might not get a chance to announce them because they're looking for a bit of a sneaky sort of play
This
here,
is it right here. Why I don't like warding the enemy side because they got through.
Well, that's what they're going to do here, but already Fenrir's going to spot this one out immediately. Look at all the pings going down on the Game Changers here. Xyz is playing that chunk. Oh, we're going to see Snoopy on Thor, Devios on Hercules, and the bush is on her and just gets away. Does miss the boat on Bastet there. So 20 seconds in this, and that early invade nearly paid dividends for the Game Changers.
That was very, very close. They almost lost a lot of potential there. I mean, if Bastet goes down super early, it's just going to prevent her. Rather, it's going to just allow the Fat Chunks to get a little bit farther ahead if Bastet stays alive, though. That's good. I mean, they're going to have much better early clear here, considering that Habwa is going to fall a little bit farther behind in the beginning, not quite the same clear as someone like Scylla. Bastet has full wave, and Samshrew on Nuwa probably has the best wave clear in the game.
And look at the bottom side again, Fat Chunks Assemble doing the same option. Scylla uses the crush over the wall on the speed camp to get the extra experience from both those mid camps overall. So expect to see Scylla online a little bit earlier than most.
So left side, you're going to see a jump in. Hand of the Gods will go off in just a second here, and you're going to see Aurora run to... Actually, he's not using the hand. Did he use it already? I think that's what they're doing, is they're using the Hand of the Gods in the early camp so that Scylla can get level 4 immediately by throwing the crush over the wall. I mean, that's really smart. I mean, technically 3 people fighting one camp and Hand of the Gods in the other. That's really intuitive stuff.
Yeah, and people are going to start realizing these sort of small little changes that are going to come out as people start adopting a meta inside the siege mode right now. So as the lanes match up, we're going to see Habwa and Thor lane together and Chang'e and Hercules on the other side, Diam.
Oh, Snoopy gets shot down. 2 shots of Mjolnir's in 2 minutes. Kiki takes a lot of damage on the right side. Snoopy has gone down pretty far as well, tanking up those archers, and Samshrew definitely has option here to hit.
Oh, the double stun does land from Samshrew, so that's going to force a bit of a disengage for now. Pots are ticking on both sides. We're actually going to see Thor recall there, so Snoopy just going to back off, heal himself up, ready for when he hits level 5 to try and drop that hammer.
Aurora on the right, or rather left side hits level 5. Pecky's level 4 could be. He used the Moonlit Waltz.
Oh, there comes the combo coming back from the Waxing Moon and the Boulder, but Aurora stays alive somehow, managing to use his Brutalize to escape even further. Wow.
I'm just still so impressed. Pecky's got that Moonlit Waltz off to not only stop the Ragnarok, but I'm a monster as well. Procs into level 5 a few seconds later and answers back. Devios didn't quite find the kill, but it was a good answer so far. With the fact that they pushed people out repeatedly, I mean, this is technically in their favor at this point for Game Changers.
Exactly, so on the right-hand side of the map now, only ultimates online for the time being are coming from all these people on the right-hand side of the map. Snoopy puts out the wall, but the aggression from Mr. Boat, he's going to have to jump to the sky immediately. He was dying quick then to those cats.
It's a shame that Pecky's, or rather, Pecky's, look at me, always thinking it's Pecky's, that Samshrew missed the Pillars of Heaven opportunity there. By the time he activated, Anvil of Dawn was already ready to go, so he did not get any damage from his ultimate there as Boosh rotates back in.
So at the moment, 2 minutes 30 in the game, everything all square in terms of KD ratio, and the fact that no towers have dropped. It's a very standoffish at the start of this game. Like, lots of aggression, but everyone's so scared of dying, nobody fully commits.
Left side Aurora by himself getting some free tickets here. Still about 3 minutes in, and despite the fact that we have seen multiple ults go off in multiple engagements, we have not had first blood just yet.
Yeah, around a minute and a half till we're going to see the jungle buffs respawn again. Engage on the left-hand side as Aurora does actually go with the bone into the Iron Monster, but it's on Hercules, who's very, very tanky already at this stage. Going for that hide of the Urchin early on. Devios just forced 2 ultimates, uses the charge back on the Brutalize. Good decision from him, and the disengage is done.
Astro's backing off, not really sure why he didn't go for the kill, but Devios with a ton of pressure there, and just a ton of patience as well, was able to figure it out. Snoopy is in a lot of trouble here. Pillars of Heaven will stop it out as Samshrew and Aurora is able to duo that one straight down. First blood finally goes in favor of Fat Chunks.
Fat Chunks does a great job of picking up the first blood, looking for the counter initiation wherever possible. I'm really surprised by how tanky we saw Hercules was. He ate both the Ragnarok and the I'm a Monster and still survived DM.
Yeah, he got out, and he actually driving strike towards the enemy tower, specifically just to stop the Brutalize. I mean, that kind of stuff is very impressive.
So Crush going down on the left-hand side by Astro, trying to force this lane in wherever possible. Pecky's going to have to hold this at his tower for the time being as he waits for Devios to return. Right-hand side push again from Fat Chunks Assemble. Had a great start to this game, picking up that first blood.
Now, no Siege minions have spawned just yet. Tickets are getting very close. Actually, there comes the first one. Now, you'll notice that they were not the people who got first blood. We're seeing Scylla repeatedly use Crush and not finish the last hits on the creep wave. If you do not get the last hits, you do not get the ticket.
Yeah, and that's going to be more of an issue for them than not, because it means they're going to be behind on their Siege Tower push. Already, this Siege Tower in left-hand side has reached the middle of this lane, and now Devios and Pecky's going to back, and this is a good call from them. Going to get themselves to full health.
So they're going to get some pressure here. We're going to see some teleports. Yeah, Devios is through, Pecky's is through. They're looking for the Waxing Moon opportunity, trying to do some damage. You can see Hercules getting body blocked in a weird position here, but they're not really worried about it as the tower is getting very low.
On the backside, I'm a Monster does get popped, and you can see that Pecky's has been picked up. Now Bowling Ball has been hit onto Devios. He's going to under pressure as well, as we see Pecky's drops, and now Devios is going to drop as this 4-man rotation from Fat Chunks just seemed to not be expected from the Game Changers.
And what's so beautiful about this is now they have the opportunity to back and teleport over to the other lane, ensuring they can answer the tower for tower. Now this does multiple things. 1, they got 2 more kills there, which is going to increase golden experience. 2, it's going to increase their pressure towards the right side. And 3, all right, I'm going to add a third one in. It's going to ensure that if they try to defend it, they're going to get blown up.
And as you saw there, Snoopy did get blown up, jumps in with the hammer into instant death. Tower goes down. Members of Game Changers have spawned 4-0 in kills. This Siege Tower is still very strong, DM. It's going to do a lot of damage.
So Sikkim was stopped there. 381 crushed to the boost as he forced back. Jump in, pounce for the damage. Extra things going, and you see the brutalized burn him down. Tier 2 removed, and Snoopy is just about to respawn. Anvil of Dawn is available. I don't see him charging, but it doesn't look like the boys in Fat Chunk are going to continue their pressure so much as leave them to their devices. Get that middle Fury.
Silver Fury is the call from Fat Chunks, and I like this. They took 2 towers. Hopefully, if they can get lucky, they can get it to spawn the left-hand side and continue this pressure going on. No, they're going to disengage.
What in the world?
I'm surprised by that decision to disengage. I'm guessing they were scared of the Hog 3 being available, and it was on Devios, DM. Maybe that was a good call.
Well, I would like to see TCG, or rather TGC, go for it. Snoopy activating Anvil of Dawn and wasting it, landing on his teammates, going back for jungle buffs. That's just a flat win for Fat Chunks. 2,700 gold up, 3,200 experience as well. This is rough, man.
Yeah, but look, one thing I want to talk about is about Fat Chunks at the moment. Look at where the wards are, deep in the enemy jungle. Look at their inventory as well, DM. They are kitted up with wards. They are constantly getting vision wherever the game changers go. This is really good decision making.
All right, so bottom side, we're going to see Speed get picked up and placed onto Bastet. Left side, we are going to see Samshrew and Astro have very strong push potential and even fight potential here, as Sikkim is wasted, but Scylla right now is only level 11, not the biggest waste overall. She went for an opportunity, didn't find it.
You say that, but the whole team of Fat Chunks is level 11 right now. Meanwhile, everyone in Game Change is level 10, so a whole level behind on everybody as Devios finds Astro, and the Ragnarok brings in Pecky's. The Iron Monster's waiting. The dunk is confirmed with the Iron Monster. There's the second, thanks to the pillars. And now you see Bastet chasing.
Hit the Fury. Just hit, I mean, he really should have just hit the Fury there for a good 600-700 damage.
Snoopy!
Oh, Snoopy actually was forced up there. He's going to be forced out as well. A 2 for 0, plus they're getting a free Siege Engine going here.
Yeah, really big pickups from them. And once again, Aurora on that Fenrir making big plays, picking up Chunga, bringing him to his little girl Scylla. Such a good pet dog this Fenrir has been today.
So not only did they get the Siege Engine, but they're already pressuring the Tier 1 on the left side with 2 people down. And they don't have their ticketed Siege Engine, which means they can actually force double proc into a lane if the game so much wishes.
Yeah, so they're going to continue to pressure this one. Pouncing in, comes out again, putting some bleed damage on the Snoopy. Going to get hit by the crush. That one hurt. And now he's going to have to back away for the time. And Devios does knock New War back into tower range, though, but Samshrew, the slippery person he is on that New War, going to escape.
He escapes thanks to a beautiful Sikkim placed right at the base of the driving strike. They're going to back here. It looks like they're going to heal up. Do you think we're going to see a 4-man teleport?
They're going to go. They're going to go. Watch this.
Inside the fog. I love it. I love it. All right, so diving in, Pillars of Heaven activated. Devios just disappears.
Come out. The ball didn't come out as we see the pouncing from Aurora. The brutalizes on the Aegis. It's popped on Pexies. That's on cooldown for the timing. Ragnarok picks up. He picks him up, but he drops down. And then we see Thor going up. Gets a good stun, but Boosh is really low. He's going to drop as well. And now Snoopy's running. Not running quick enough. This is going to be a Phoenix.
Waxy Moon gets used. Missed the boat, taking a lot of damage there. But Astro able to finish it up, trading Samshrew. Definitely worth 4 for 2 plus the Tier 2. 4 for 2 plus the Phoenix, and the right side Siege Engine spawns and burns down the right lane as well.
Fat Chunks Assemble going to look to end here. They've got 3 seconds until Hercules up. I'm a monster used on the Titan. Siege Tower's going to tank it up. They need to be careful about hitting Hercules. And now he's going to actually catch out. Unfortunately for him, Bastet's going to drop. And maybe they just bit off more than they could chew there by sticking around a little too long.
To be fair, looking at the jungle, looking at the lanes and the way they're pushed, what did they really lose there? I mean, they have the time to do pretty much whatever they want at this point, and they can afford Miss the Boat being dead for 30 seconds because they don't really need to pressure anything. Even the Siege Minion going down, them being able to refresh at this point, the risk versus reward was definitely in their favor.
Yeah, and Astro as well, which we just on the left-hand side. Take away the Mana Camp from the Game Changers on one side, so that's another 9 tickets denied again for the Game Changers, who now have this Siege tank to deal with on the right-hand side against the Phoenix. But Hercules is in trouble here, DM.
I don't know what he's going to do. See, oh, he gets stunned, he gets crushed, yeah, there's no way for him to escape here, unless he can get that mitigate wounds to proc even more. No, there's nowhere to go.
No, Pillars of Heaven gets used as well, just to secure it. Meanwhile, right-hand side, look at the dive from Bastet, looking aggressive onto the Boosh. Lots of bleed damage ticking away. 128 ticks. He's going to have to back off, and this Siege Tower is going to make it to the Phoenix. Rest of the team rotating in. Only Peckies is here. The cats are down.
Yeah, TGC not having the easiest time here, even with a very strong drift. Snoopy's going to find a kill onto Mr. Boat as the Phoenix goes down. I'm sure they're already screaming Worth, getting both lines of defense. Arrow jumps in with a three-person.
Oh my gosh!
Samstru going to slam down those AoE attacks, but he could be in trouble as he goes down. Aurora in the backside fighting Peckies with Hobwa rotating in with any chance here. They're going to be looking for that
Minions!
slash. Oh my god.
Aurora's going to pick that one up. Pecky's going to have to juke out, take on Aurora here. Pops the 2 to try and give him some health regen. How can he do it? He's going to take him out! How did he pull that off?
This is the guy, I've been hyping this guy up all day, and this is what you're looking at. A Fenrir fighting Hobwa and Shunga at the same time at low health, able to find the double kill in some dire straits, and the fire minions on the left side shut down the only push they really had. Now both lanes are going to be burning down with fire minions. They're going to be forced into the Space Invaders fight as we see rotations and respawns coming back in from chunks right as the Silver Fury's about to respawn.
Yeah, as you say, Silver Fury spawned. All jungle camps are up as well, so 36 tickets are just sat there waiting in the jungle for Fat Chunks to come and take at the start of this one. Fat Chunks are really showing themselves as one of the top tier Siege teams here, DM.
Well, it has been rumored that both Miss the Boat and Astro are maybe going to be switching over to the Snipe roster. There has been tryouts. I mean, they're definitely showing themselves as definitely players who are capable of playing at a top 4 team.
I'm talking about playing the top 4 team. They're in the semi-finals right now, so they're in the top 4 in the Siege tournament as they start the Silver Fury in mid lane. Bastet going to rotate right and start the push on that side. Where's the Siege engine going to go is the question. Will it go right or left? It doesn't really matter at the moment. It'd be good left because the Phoenix is due to respawn soon for the game changers.
Well, it does spawn right, so they're going to have to probably play a little bit of babysitter on the left lane to take that Phoenix back down, but honestly, 4 people.
Fine.
Yeah, DVOs again sees the rotation. 5 people, or rather 4 people coming through as they just jump right onto Peckies.
Waxing Moon only connects with 1 and Aurora goes in to help secure it as the crush lands. 539 damage. Ragnarok in time and Monster Devios survives, but for how long as the Thorn Dog comes down from Snoopy, the boulder across. Snoopy's doing good work though.
They just don't have the damage here. I mean, they're diving forward. Gets a good crushing wave, but how long can it last? Samstru is going to have to turn and run here. He gets burned down by Boosh. Crush putting Boosh down very low himself, and now Astro going to be picked up. A successful defense.
It is, because they're going to be able to drop that Siege Tower, which is the Silver Fury. Give them an opportunity to clear out the minions again. There's not a lot Aurora can do here on his own.
Yeah, he's going to be forced to retreat. This will go down, and this actually the rotation coming out. They need to be very quick here and make sure this doesn't get taken down.
Yeah, they have to very, very quickly get that. There's 2 waves of 5 minions there. Snoopy's going to have to just tank these up. It'll take him out very, very quickly though, because he's gone for a very damage-heavy build with that Titan's Bane and Jotuns.
So they get the Siege minion down. They have the Phoenix on the left respawn. They need to get that up, but it has been debuffed. Realistically, TGC still has a chance to bring this back, but looking at the gold, 3,600, 2,600 experience, that's really not that big of a deal.
It's not, but then the enemy team has New War. Like, you can send 3 members of Fat Chunks to the right-hand side, send New War left. She can backdoor that Phoenix on her own. She doesn't even need the minion wave for her own minions available, DM.
That's true. I mean, getting those clay minions in, getting a good flame strike, I mean, that's basically a tower.
Yep, and that's exactly what they'll probably look to do if possible. But for now, the whole team's starting to look for opportunities. Mr. Boat's looking for a Hebo.
Yeah, he's going to jump in. Boosh gets a good knock-up. He actually doesn't manage to find much more, though. He doesn't go for the splash, but he does pick up the buff.
Yep, and there's some more tickets denied as well as the speed buff away being taken. So Game Changers losing a bit more of their jungle one more time round. But Siege Tower has spawned on the right-hand side now for the Game Changers. Can they mount some sort of offense here? But it doesn't look like Game...
The big combos! Oh, huge. This is what we're talking about. He gets the Aegis, forces the beads, but Mjolnir's attunement to the back will shut down him and the cats. And Miss the Boat is going to miss the dodge and head back to the base.
I mean, he does manage to blow 3 ultimates, though, so I don't think Fat Chunks Assemble want to back out all the way. But now both Phoenixes are back up. Game Changers are the ones on the offense here, DM. Maybe they can get some of these towers back and even up the gold.
And look at this. The Phoenix has respawned. They had the opportunity to push up the lane with the fire minions. Now, DVOs had to mitigate wounds activated for that crush, so he's going to get most of that health right back.
Yeah, and now with the Siege Tower here, the whole team of Fat Chunks Assemble just going to back away. They're going to give up this tier 1. Makes sense. They've got to keep an eye out for Snoopy, and already Samstru in a good position. Going to get some nice damage down onto him.
That Mjolnir's attunement, man. Too much.
Thor's going up.
Yeah, Anvil of Dawn has been activated. He's looking for it. He misses, and then uses Berserker Barrage and the Bolt. Did they see something we didn't?
And the Monster Pops hits 3 members, and the mouth is filled by Ragnarok and Aurora. He's going to brutalize onto Chunga, who's still going down. No, she's not. She actually takes out Fenrir. The cat's going to declaw Hecky's as the rest of the team tries to run away from Samshrew, who's having none of it if he can help it. But nope, hammer over the wall. Disengage is good. Once again, Fat Chunks Assemble have the opportunity with the Silver Fury spawning.
Yeah, Missed the Boat wasn't really letting this one go. He's ensuring they can't go back unless they, can go back. But a good mitigate wounds is going to stop not only the bleed damage, but heal it back in dividends, given the fact that you get 120% of your health taken back on top of the 160 health flat that you get just from activating. I think that was a pretty good play.
Yeah, 60 minutes in the game. All Phoenixes still now standing again. Obviously, the two are weakened at the time being for the game changers, so keep an eye out to see what Fat Chunks want to do here. Do they want to go on the offense again? Because last little engage they had in this side of the jungle, they failed.
Well, they have to be careful, that's for sure. Double Mjolnir's a two-man proc, driving strike, Berserker Barrage! He just pushes him right down as Anvil of Dawn gets activated again. He hits the boat!
Snoopy! Cleaning house, taking out two, and now he's on Astro. The wall goes down again. Beetlejuice, there's the Sikkim, forcing him away. But the rest of the team, the Sikkim's going to land. No, he's not. The Aegis was perfectly timed by Snoopy. The chase is on from Game Changers.
Yeah, Boulder's going to hit. Astro's going to get down pretty low as Aurora starts to rotate in. But a double proc into Sikkim. 3 hits onto the Crush is going to allow them to continue their pressure forward. Though maybe deterred a little bit. I mean, she can do damage. It should be noted that Scylla is completely out of mana. I think they're going to turn their sights either to some counter jungle or, more importantly, that Silver Fury.
Well, we do know Aurora is online as well. He's got only Hog 1 available to him. Devios has Hog 3. They should know this by checking his items during the game. So this should be definitely a Silver Fury over to the Game Changers. And it's all, literally, it is a game-changing moment this right now, because now it's Game Changers' game to, look at winning.
So right now, both Phoenixes have been respawned and healed up completely. They get a ticketed siege engine on the blue side, right as the red side is able to pick up a siege engine as well, as they're pushing for as many tickets in a short amount of time as possible. I don't know how close they are, but you have to assume they're getting there.
Yeah, and take into account the longer the game goes on, DM, the more a wipe will cause you to lose the game because the respawns get longer and longer.
That's right. And if they don't pressure up soon, TGC is not going to have an opportunity to really fight back. They have to get a tier 2 down in this push. All the while, they have to remember that Phoenix can go down very simply, not only because it's debuffed, but because Samshrew doesn't even need minions to make it happen.
No, he doesn't. Scylla going to push in the siege tower on the right hand side. Nobody from Game Changers is going to push in the left. They're just going to let it do its work as they look to try and get some sort of fight in the jungle again, because Game Changers seem quite comfortable in there right now. They've just won the last 2 engages that were initiated by Fat Chunks, or attempted at least.
So they're going to rotate into the right. They're going to try to burn down the siege minion on TGC back and possibly teleport. But again, they have to be very wary of Nuwa. Flame Strike going to go off and miss. Mjolnir's Entombment going to be stopped by the Driving Strike. Has Crush does some serious work.
Yeah, Devios doing a good job of absorbing damage. I'm a Monster going to connect on the backside. Up goes Thor. Ragnarok is used though. But Aurora's low, so he's going to have to get himself out of trouble as Mr. Boat is in trouble there. Is he going to survive?
Pecky's getting flipped up there by Samshrew. Nuwa kind of getting turned around on him there as they're starting to pressure left side. There is a rotation. We did see Bush go back, go for the Phoenix. This is game changing.
Literally, they're following the name here. They left the siege tower. They're blinking from Aurora, trying to get in there to cause Bush to die. The tidal wave gonna pick up Aurora, and now we're gonna see Bush try and escape as those minions are doing work. He's juking through them. He's causing the leap over.
No way. He got the Phoenix. Aurora's tanking minions right now, just trying to get away from the pack as Bush is going to be able to move forward.
Recall.
I think he needs to recall. Samshrew's coming.
He's going to
this is going to be close. This is going to be close.
He's going to just keep running. If he can buy time, the siege engine is going to do work to the tower. Achilles can jump through. Hercules can jump through to the siege tower and try to look to end. He could.
No, I think they're going to back. I don't think they're going to get greedy here. This would be instantaneous death. They'll rotate over towards the right side. Hercules is over on the left. But Game Changers change the game up with that Phoenix take.
Out to the Bush there, rotates through, takes the Phoenix down, takes out Scylla, survives against Fenrir with the Duke boot through his own minions, and now, like you said, Game Changers on the offensive, got a siege tower now, DM, on the right side, gonna look for the pressure on their Phoenix this time.
So, more pressure coming out from TGC. They're going to be able to run down the right side. If they can get the tier 2, that'll put them in a really, really good position. Now remember, Nuwa has to deal with these fire minions to keep them off. But if there's split push potential, this is going to give her the opportunity. Yeah, Look at her. She's going through the jungle on the top side right now just to clean the Phoenix up.
But she has to be careful of doing this because the Game Changers 4-man army are going to continue the push on with this siege tower. They're going to lose a Phoenix for this if they're not careful. She's going to do this quickly. She's got to look to end on her own, or at least Fat Chunks have got to engage, and that's what they're doing.
They got so much damage. That Phoenix goes down instantaneously. Aurora already getting pretty low here.
Looking to end.
See him running back. Aurora's going to be in trouble. I'm a monster. Whiffs as Astro takes a cannon to the face. And now Aurora's in some trouble. But Nua is by herself pushing into the Titan.
It's the only way this race is going to be big as the Phoenix is going to drop. We can see Miss the boat is trying to blow up Snoopy on the backside. The Titan's going to get involved very, very soon. The fight is real. Half health on the top side. Bottom side is half health, but there's 2 members whacking on it. Mr. Boat is doing his best. They're both dropping low. Nua dies. Nua dies, and the Game Changers are gonna take this semi-final in a crazy end to this one.
Incredible. Look at that Titan health on your map. Absolutely incredible.
How close can you get? That's how close you can get. Nice attempt from Fat Chunks Assemble on the backdoor play. Not to be, though, as Game Changers came back strong in that one, DM.
My God. Astro putting up 24,000 damage that game, but wasn't enough to deal with the overall team synergy coming out from TGC. One good defense led them back into the game, and immediately we saw a big turnaround. At the base race, Nua just couldn't compete at the end. I thought we were going to see her reset it, try to get those creeps back in there. I don't think she thought she had the time. And with that, Fat Chunks will be defeated, and the Game Changers will move on to the finals.
Snoopy, I want to give a shout out to Snoopy here. He's the master, first guy to Masters, confirmed, DM.
Right, yes.
But in that game there, he made one big play in the jungle where he picked up 2 kills and chased the 3rd down on Bastet that just swung that game back into Game Changers' favor and gave them the opportunity to get back into that. So big shout outs to him in that. 6, 5, and 7 he finished on, but wow, was that a big play overall.
So guys, we're going to be switching over. We're going to take a break while we get all caught up. Cognitive is currently fighting Critisaurus. Once they're done, we'll be going right into finals, which could actually wind up as Cognitive versus the Game Changers, a matchup I'm sure the Game Changers are not looking forward to.
If that happens,
they fight it every week.
If that happens again in the final, I'm done. I don't think I can cast that bit again. So that was way too close for comfort. I'm like, oh, which map do I watch? That was crazy. Guys, we'll be right back as soon as possible with the finals of this week's Siege Tournament.